Hey everyone, it's Efren from Passpoint One Comics. I'm going to be showing you some new books that I've gotten in the last couple weeks. But before I go any further, whomever watches my videos, I always appreciate it. If you like what you see, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. If you're a first-time viewer or if you're one of my regular viewers, whomever watches my videos, like I said, I always appreciate it. But now my introduction. Okay, I'm back. So, what normally happens is I get books in the mail throughout the week. I've let these sit here for a couple weeks. I just haven't opened them up. I knew most of them came from, some of them came from TFAW, Trinity Comics. They're a site that does signature series for you if you want to send them a book, or they have an artist who's going to do who's going to sign the comic books. You say you want one, and then they're official facilitators for CGC, so they send them out to CGC, and I get a yellow label indicating that it was signed and verified. But it takes months and months and months for that to happen. If you're into collecting comic books and if you want to get them signed and you want to get them authenticated, it's a slow process now. CGC and even CBCS, they're getting so much inundated with comic books that it just takes a long time for it to complete. Basically, some of these books, I sent them out like in January, and I just got them now in October. So over 6 months easily. But I mean, that's just the way it is. People want their books authenticated by an artist. Like I said, authentication has to be verified by an employee of CGC or CBCS, or a facilitator. That means CGC or CBCS gives them permission and they authenticate the signature. If I went to an artist and I had him sign it, and then afterwards I took it to CGC or CBCS, they say we can't prove that this signature is authentic, and they give it a different label. So that's why it has to go through a certain process step by step. But these first books the first set are not CGC. They're just books that I picked up that I wanted to show. So the first one is, let me get my little stand ready here, is Spider-Man Life Story Annual #1. Put it here. I get these books because I just, like I said, I read them. I've always stated that in my videos. But I won't lie, I also like the covers. And this one has Spider-Man, but you see J. Jonah Jameson like he's behind bars. So something happened. I plan to read it. I think I might have read this one already. I read so many comic books, sometimes I just don't remember the storyline. But I'll flip through the pages to see if I read this one or not. Next one is Star Wars: The High Republic #7. Like I said, sometimes I get books, I don't even remember buying them. But they came to me, so obviously I paid for them. So I'm going to be, like I said, these are ones that I don't even remember buying. I bought 2 of these covers. Whoa! So that one just went down in price. I bought 2 of these covers. And this next one I remember buying because I really dug this cover. It's a Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunter. It has Boba Fett, and it has his ship right there too. I think it's a cool looking cover. So that's why I got this one, and I bought 3 of them. So I just really like the cover. I'm not going to drop this one. So I got 3 of them. And my next book that I got is Stray Dogs #5, I believe. These are homage books. I think this is an homage to the movie called The Thing, if I believe right. And I've mentioned him before, this artist, a particular artist, Scotty Young. Whenever he comes out with a book, if I see it, I will buy it. This is Riot #1. I just like the way he draws his books, his covers. And we have May's book by Jeff Lemire. It's a Dark Horse book. I haven't read this one yet, but it's on my list to read. And next one, another one by Dark Horse Comics, is Last Flight Out. This is like end of the world scenario, and they're trying to leave, but this one of the like architects of these ships that are going to take people away from Earth, his daughter goes missing, and he's got a certain amount of time to find her. This cover is Daredevil number 34. Daredevil 34, I've said this before in my other videos, is like one of my favorite books of the year. I just really like the storyline. Daredevil's incarcerated. Elektra has taken his place as the protector of Hell's Kitchen. She has her own Daredevil, outfit. I'm up to date with this book, and he's still in jail. I think eventually he's gonna come out, but I really like this cover. It looks like a stained glass, almost like a church-like stained glass picture. That's Bullseye in the middle, and I think that's Kingpin, and then this other character, her name is Mary, Typhoid Mary, and then there's Daredevil, Elektra on the side. Try to get a better picture of that. Hopefully you can see all the characters that I mentioned. This is an awesome looking cover to me. And actually, this has been a great story. I really read it. I mean, I'm up to date with Daredevil, and I give it a thumbs up. Now this one is Green Lantern Annual number 2021. Jessica Cruz. She is a Green Lantern, but something happened. I haven't read the story yet. She switches over to a Yellow Lantern, which their power is drawn from fear. So I thought this was a awesome looking cover, so I decided to buy this one. I gotta read it and gotta see what happens to her. Next one is Star Wars: The High Republic number 1. Number 1 came out like last year, I believe. The reason, like I said, this took so long, so I got a regular cover. This is a Panini, and it's I believe it's Italian. Let me hang on for a second. It says here Italian edition, variant edition. So I believe the wording is in Italian. So I bought the regular cover, and the reason it took so long is I got it CGC. So I bought two. I bought the regular cover, and let me a quick switch here. I got it CGC. Now the rest of these books are going to be CGC books. Let me see if this fits in here, and it doesn't. Put it in here this way. Oh gosh, hang on. There we go. So it does fit. So you can see it's Star Wars High Republic number 1. Came out in 2021, but it just took a long time to get here. Put it up here. And it fits. I don't want to drop these like I did that other book. Let's see if I can get the glare out of there so you can see a little bit better. Cool. Okay. So next one, I got these from Trinity Comics. These are Trinity Comics. Like I said, they're Facebook, and they have their own website also. I'll put the link to Trinity Comics if everybody wants to check them out. They, go to a lot of conventions, or they get artists to sign books. Like I said, they are a facilitator for CGC. So if you tell them, if they have a certain book that they're selling, and they're saying we can get this book CGC'd for you, that means that CGC, since they're a facilitator for CGC, their books are authenticated, and you get the yellow label if the artist signs for it, and if Trinity sends it directly to CGC. This one is We Live number 1, signed and sketched by Igor Lomov. He's the artist of the front cover. And he did a little remark of a cat right up there. Hopefully you can see it. Let me see if this fits. Hang on. There we go. So yeah, like I said, this took a long time to get here. I don't want to drop these. Okay. Another one I got from Trinity Comics is Image Comics Department of Truth number 6. It's a Mutant Beavers Comics Metal Edition. It was signed and sketched by Will Jack. He did the cover of this book. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully the glare's not too bad. If the glare is too bad, I'm gonna put a close-up of it right here or right here, okay? And the last one I got from Trinity Comics is We Live #1. It's a second printing. It's a Trinity Comics edition, signed and sketched again by Igor Lomov, and he did the front cover for this book. There. We Live is one of the most awesome books of last year. I interviewed the Miranda brothers. If you, at the end of the video, I'll put a link to that video if you want to check it out. Spoke to them about 2 months ago after We Live finished. So, and it's going to be a continuation of We Live. Part 1 was done, and now they're going to do hopefully winter time, December or January. Hopefully, knock on wood. You know, they're writing the book as we speak. And I'm sure they want it to be the best, so when it comes out, it's going to be a good seller. So that's just a hint, buy it, okay? Now, my last 4 books, I debated whether or not to show them to you. I was very disappointed with the grades. I cleaned and pressed these books myself. So, like I said in my previous videos, or this video maybe, I don't remember. But I clean and press my own books now. So I'm getting better and better at it. You know, I sent these out to CGC because Jenny Frison, who was an artist, she was doing a signing for CGC. So I sent them the books, and I know when I sent it to them, they were in good condition. I'm not going to say they were in the best condition ever, but they were really good. They're newer books. So I cleaned and pressed them. I took my time. Something happened in between. Either some of the covers or the corners got bent, so that brought down the grade. I noticed when they returned the packing slip, they said their signings, like I said, I sent them to CGC, which are in Florida. They're on the packing slip, it says facilitated by Trinity. To me, that means Trinity Comics, where I got these other books from. So I think, and I'm not sure obviously, that when I sent them to CGC, they sent them to Trinity, and then Jenny Frison did the signing, so then they sent them back to CGC. Somewhere along the line, something happened to these books, and they're all on the upper right-hand corner. They're bent, the book, and one was on the left-hand corner. So obviously the grades were not what I was looking for. Besides that, there was nothing wrong with the books, but the grades were really bad, and I was like, gosh, should I show these books or should I not? But I think I decided to show them, and if whomever watches these videos, you just never know when you send a book out. I mean, you can package it the best way possible. It has to be opened up. It has to be set aside. And like I said, if Trinity Comics were the facilitators, I'm thinking CGC sent it to Trinity Comics, which is not in Florida, and they went back to Trinity and then back to CGC, and somewhere along the line something happened to these books. So I'm not happy with these grades, but it is what it is. I just decided to show it, regardless, but I got to show the good and the bad and explain, what happened from what I could tell. Okay? So the first one, and by the way, Jenny Frison's signature is really nice. So I said, oh, heck. So the first one is store number 9. And like I said, the upper right-hand corner, it's like you can't see it, but it's like there's a dent there. So somehow that happened. And I know it didn't happen when I pressed them, because I took a good look at them. Her signature is right there. You probably can't see it, so I'm going to put a close-up of her signature. I think it's a really nice signature. That's the first one. It came back a 9.0. Whomever sends books to CGC or CBCS, the higher the grade, it just, I don't know, to me it makes me happier. But this one came back a 9.0, and I said, dang it, man, well, what happened to these books? I'll never know. This one is Something is Killing the Children, number 1. This one came back a 7.5. I was like, oh my gosh. It's just, to me, even with the bent on the corner, I just feel like it should be a higher grade. I mean, there's nothing else wrong with this cover. But I got a 7.5. Like I said, I'm not happy with this, but I decided to show it anyways. So, got to show the good and the bad, like I said. Another Jenny Frison book, Something is Killing the Children, number 11. I may put these up for sale. That's how disappointed I am with these grades. So, this one came back at 8.5. And my last book from today, and they were all Jenny Frison books. I decided to get her signature. This is Star Wars Dr. Aphra #7. And sure enough, there's a dent right on the corner right here. I mean, it's very disappointing. All I can do is laugh. So I can't do anything else about it. I'm not going to call CGC and saying what happened, who took care of these books, but it is what it is. And like I said, I'm not going to always just show all my nice books. I got to show ones that are just didn't come out the way I wanted to. So whenever you send out books, you just take a chance. You could package them up the tightest, nothing can happen to them. Got to think, if you send it by, postal service or FedEx or UPS, whatever you send it by, who knows what happens to the books? It's opened, and after that, you could be the nicest book in the world, but if it's mishandled somewhere, the grades go down. So this is the last book of the day, and I'm editing as we speak. Another video should be out today. Today's Friday the 1st, October 1st. It's Halloween month. I hope everybody has a great month. And I'm thinking of my next video. I was just thinking that I may show some of my commissions. And I don't think I've ever shown them before. I started getting commissions a long time ago, and I'll explain all that in my next video after this one, hopefully. So once again, this is Efren, Passport One Comics. Whomever watches my videos, like I said, I always appreciate it. Comic books have just been a passion of my life. I like doing these videos. If you ever want to have a laugh, check out my very first videos. I don't even show my face. I was so nervous. The lighting is, well, there was no lighting. Basically, I didn't have anything. I didn't have my microphone. I didn't have lighting on the side, in front of me, nothing. It was bare bone. I would do like a video like every 6 months, but God, this is so hard doing the editing. It takes so long to get it out to put it on YouTube. But I'm doing them more obviously on a regular basis, and I really enjoy it. So everybody be safe and take care. And until next time.